Hello, everyone. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So, folks, we're going to talk about the northeast of England. Why is it so important? Why are we even discussing it? Because it is something new, especially when we're talking about Jamaica. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? And to put this into perspective of everything, let me just say that England, you guys know how England is shaped, but I'll definitely show you from a map to give you a clear perspective, an idea with how England looks like on a map. And this is going to set the tone for this video in particular. All right? So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. So this on your screen right now, that's England. This is England, right? And when you look at England specifically, they're broken in different parts. The middle of England is called the Midlands. The Midlands. So Birmingham, the county by itself is the West Midlands. So as you know, Jamaica is made up of 14 parishes. If you count Portmore, that's 15 parishes. While England is made up of counties. Merseyside, Greater Manchester, North Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, East Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, Northumberland, Cumbria, West Sussex, East Sussex, Kent, Surrey, Cornwall, Dorset, Devon, Wiltshire, Gloucestershire, Leicestershire, Buckinghamshire, Loughborough, no, not Loughborough, Hertfordshire, Hertfordshire, Rutland, Shropshire, Lancashire, Cheshire. These are counties of Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire. And then you have areas such as, of course, City of London, Greater London. So these are counties of England. So that's what I want everybody to be fully aware of. So you guys are fully abreast of all of this. So this is England. The middle here is the Midlands. We'll mention of Birmingham, right? This is the south of England. And you do guys know that there's actually a train that goes from London to Paris. And you might say, but Simon, there's water here. Well, what you find is that there's what you call a channel tunnel that goes here and goes over here. Yeah, that's a nice tidbit for you guys to be aware of. So Tyne and Wear is a county. And in Tyne and Wear, you have the football clubs Newcastle United and Sunderland. Middlesbrough is located in North Yorkshire geographically, but they're a club that is known to be in the northeast because of how far north they are in North Yorkshire. So this is Middlesbrough, and Middlesbrough is literally close to the border, you could say, of Durham. So this is Middlesbrough, which is located in North Yorkshire. Now, when you continue up north, you end up in Tyne and Wear. Tyne and Wear is this part of the country. Now, for those that might be aware, the north of England and the south is where London is, and this is where job opportunities are, a lot of commercial activities. The northeast, it was known for building ships, boats, construction work. A lot of manual work was in high demand in Newcastle a century ago to half a century ago. Those opportunities, while not 100% dried up, have slowed down. So this is a part of the country where football for these people, it's their life, it's their religion. So when they say that Newcastle United is in their heart, Sunderland is in their heart, Middlesbrough is in their heart, it's simple, folks. The reality is that football, and I'm not being disrespectful when I say this, but football is what gives these people hope. Football is what gives these people life. And the truth, in the northeast of England, they've had decades of sadness and adversity. Newcastle United have not won a trophy since 1955. Their last cup final in 1999, they lost to Manchester United. Sunderland were in League One. Remember that? Back-to-back relegations from the Premier League and the Championship. Middlesbrough, we know 2009 they got relegated. When they came back up a couple of seasons, 2016-17, relegated again to the Championship. But now, things are starting to change in the Northeast. New ownership group at Newcastle, Sunderland in the Championship and looking towards trying to get a spot in the playoffs, and Middlesbrough under Michael Carrick. So the Northeast of England is experiencing something that they have not traditionally experienced. Happiness, joy. Remember, Newcastle United were talking about Mike Ashley out for so long. There was mixed views from the fans in relation to Andy Carroll, Alan Shearer, local players. Now, let's delve right in. What does this have to do with Jamaica? I'm coming to that, but I want you to be aware of this in particular. At Middlesbrough, you have George Grant Jr., who has a Jamaican passport. Sunderland, Cuba Mitchell, who is working on his Jamaican passport. And we know right now, Whisper is on a 2-week trial at Newcastle United. So as you guys are aware, in the interview done with Scott Wilson, he said that the Newcastle United Academy recruitment team have looked at the Caribbean, and specifically, of course, Jamaica, as a region that is relatively untapped. And it's an area that they see as potential to bring in players. Remember, Newcastle United is a club, and the area by extension, China, where is known for giving homegrown players opportunities. What does that mean? Persons that were born in the area. Born in the area. Andy Carroll, Alan Shearer, Shola Ameobi, not Shola Ameobi, but Sami Ameobi. Shola Ameobi was born in Nigeria, I believe. Shola Ameobi, I think he was born in Nigeria. But the reality is, with Shola Ameobi, despite being born in Nigeria, he moved to Newcastle when he was 5. So he grew up his entire life within the Northeast. And when you hear him speak in the Geordie accent, you definitely hear what he's saying with all the words and everything of that nature. So you definitely see the Geordie accent coming out of his mouth in the Northeast. You heard it. Longstaff, the Longstaff brothers. Paul Dummett plays for Wales, but born in Newcastle. Dan Byrne, born in the north of England. Steve Bruce, born in the north of England, might not have played for Newcastle, but there was that sense of pride. So these people take football like a religion. Opportunities at these clubs were given to local players, local born in the area or raised in the area from they are very young. Sunderland the same as well. Same concept. Lead Catamol, even though he had other appearances at other Northeast clubs as well. Linda de la Pena, he spent some time at Middlesbrough. But outside of that, not many Jamaicans have had opportunities in the Northeast. And just by extension, the Northeast of England only contains 1% of Jamaicans in the entire United Kingdom. So it's not a large community. In Middlesbrough, you have some Jamaican restaurants, a few. In Newcastle, they built a jerk shack. So there's not a large Caribbean community. There's an African community in the Northeast, but this area is not known for Caribbean talent. So this is something new. Remember, Newcastle, a hotbed for talent. Michael Carrick was born in this area. Andy Carroll, Alan Shearer, players, local players. And now Newcastle United are looking outside of that area. Now, what Newcastle United are looking at are opportunities for young players, hungry players from the Caribbean that can come in, make a strong, solid impression, and leave an impact at Newcastle. That's what they're looking for. Right here at St. James's Park. One of the most fantastic football stadiums in all of the United Kingdom. Great football stadium. That's how special that stadium is. Have there been players of Jamaican heritage that have played for Newcastle United? Niall Ranger has Jamaican heritage. Newcastle specifically, Rolanda Aarons, we know, was born in Jamaica. But the thing with Rolanda Aarons is that where Newcastle United was concerned, Newcastle United was not the first club that he played for. He was at Bristol City. Remember, he left Jamaica in the year 2001, thereabouts, when he was 6 years old, and went to Bristol, which is in the south, right? In the south. I'll show you guys where Bristol is. You guys get the real drift of what I'm saying. Bristol is down here, all the way down here, and he went all the way up north for an opportunity. So DeJohn Whisper Richards, a grand opportunity that he has, and I wish him all the best. And I have no doubt in my mind of the journey, the success that will come. I'm confident. Newcastle United are a club that takes their time when it comes to making decisions after trials. And sometimes what they do, if they give a player a 1 month trial, they would say, okay, 1 more month. So it wouldn't surprise me if they say, okay, Whisper, you've been here for 2 weeks, you've done well, would like to look at you for another 2 weeks. It wouldn't surprise me if that was part of the conversation at all. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I think that would be something that could actually happen. I could definitely see it happening. So the opportunities are open up. Newcastle United are aware of a relatively untapped market in the Caribbean. Jamaica could be a destination, a stern, strong, solid destination. Something that we should not brush aside by any means. Something I want you all to be mindful of. Newcastle United are not changing policy, but direction. And once upon a time, it was about giving Geordies an opportunity. So when you hear the people talk the way I'm talking right now, you can definitely see the way that the words that they say, you can understand the accent I'm speaking right now. But it's not always about the Michael Carricks and the Andy Carrolls and the Alan Shearer of this world, and Peter Beardsley and Jackie Milburn and Sir Bobby Robson. Gone are those days. Of course, the fans would love to see local players get opportunities. But if they asked them, what would you want to see Newcastle United win a trophy or give a debut to a local born player? They would say a trophy. 1955, folks. I thought I wasn't even born then. Long time. Long time. You know? Especially with the new ownership group, they're desperate for success. Desperate for success. So the Caribbean opens a new avenue, a new niche for talent. Something to get behind. Reggae Boys Commentary. Thanks so much for watching. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. All right, folks.